Understanding the 3 C's for influencers. Want to become a huge influencer? To earn money just by posting pictures wearing free clothes? To have the power to command the opinions of a great audience? To open up incredible opportunities you hadn't even dared dream of? It's all possible, and in fact, it's very simple once you know how. One easy way to remember just how simple this is to grasp the concept of the 3 C's, and that's precisely what we'll be discussing in this presentation. Here they are. Content. If you want to build a following and become an influencer, then the number one thing you need to focus on is content. That means you need to create amazing blog posts, videos, podcasts, Instagram images, or whatever else. The point is that this is what people are going to follow you for. If you don't have great content, then you'll find that people don't come back. How do you define great content? Simple. It must provide value to the viewer. This can be value in the form of entertainment, information, or motivation. But whatever the case, it must offer value. The next C for influencers to learn is community. Of course, this is referring to the community that you build around your brand and the people who follow your content. Creating a thriving community is one of the most powerful things you can do as an influencer. Not only does this give you the chance to speak directly with your followers, but it also gives them more reason to keep checking back and to stay engaged with your brand. They've made friends, and they're taking part in discussions. Communities are also what make a brand feel more like a movement rather than just a cynical business. Our final C is connection. This, of course, means connecting with other influencers and gaining the kind of prestige and influence that comes from that. Once you enter any new niche, you will find there is an established community of top creators, people who reside over that niche and who provide most of the content. If you can ingratiate yourself with that crowd, then you will not only gain free exposure, but you'll also gain the endorsement of people who your audience already trust. And this can make a huge difference to your overall status and impact. Time to introduce yourself. Which social media platforms should you build your influence on? If you want to become an influencer, then you need to build yourself an audience and connect with people that share similar interests to you. Sounds simple, right? Except that it's something that thousands of people want to accomplish and only a few actually manage. So where do you start? The first step, of course, is to choose the platform you want to build your influence on. Are you going to be the next big Instagram celebrity? Or do you want to become a YouTuber? These are both examples of places you can build influence, but they are extremely different in the way that they work. Let's start out by taking a look at the options, and then define how to best choose from those. Here are the best options for influencers. Run a blog. Blog on other platforms like Medium.com or Quora.com. Post to Instagram. Create YouTube content. Create a Facebook page. Create a Twitter account. Post to Snapchat. Use Vine. Use Twitch. Use Tumblr. Of all these options, I highly recommend one of the following 3 for most influencers: Instagram, YouTube, personal, self-hosted blog. While you can build social influence on any of the platforms mentioned, those 3 will lend themselves best to the process. That's because they allow you to post in a more personal manner, using your own name, and in a way that is highly discoverable for strangers. If you try to create an influence with a Facebook page, for example, then people won't know to find you unless they actively look or see your post shared by a friend. Twitter is also great for letting people to get to know you in this manner, but it doesn't allow you to post large amounts of content, limiting your influence. Don't get it mistaken. You should be on all these platforms ideally, and they all have benefits. But you should also focus on one main one, and that should be one of those 3. Which one of the 3 should you pick? Well, that comes down to a few factors. Firstly, you should pick the platform that is best fit for your kind of content you want to create. Great at photography? Then Instagram is a good pick. Prefer writing? Go for a blog. You should also consider your target audience and where they are likely to spend time. Look at the demographics of each platform, along with the kind of content that typically goes there. Ultimately, the right answer is the one that you feel most comfortable posting to for years to come. Did you know that with 200,000 followers on Instagram, you can charge an average of $1,000 for a sponsored post? That means posting an image where you are wearing a particular item of clothing or consuming a supplement. It's an extremely easy way to make a lot of money that takes just 5 minutes. Now imagine how much you could earn if you had millions of followers. This truly is a cash cow, but there are a few caveats. Firstly, if you don't have millions of followers, then you might mistakenly believe that there is no way to sell sponsored posts like this. As you have already probably guessed, that is incorrect. You can actually make a lot of money as what is known as a micro-influencer, as long as you have the engagement. The key is to become more proactive in going out there and finding those advertisers. To do this, you can either try messaging them directly or using sites like Grapevine, which connects advertisers to creators. Either way, the key is to actively go out there and look for sponsors. But it gets better. Because think about it. If someone is willing to pay $1,000 for you to post an image wearing their shoes, what does that tell you?